Yeah. Okay. So for our ITOM training, first topic we took as a ServiceNow CMDB means configuration management database. And why CMDB? Just because of CMDB is the base and it is known as the heart of the ITOM. Okay. You can implement CMDB if you do not using the ITOM, but you can't implement ITOM if you or your organization doesn't have a good CMDB. Okay. So the next thing is overview of the CMDB. In this thing, we are going to learn about what is CMDB, why CMDB is needed, all of those concepts we are going to learn. So why CMDB? So look into this slide. There is a company called ABC. They have different assets like routers, desktop, laptops. Okay. Then your servers, everything is working fine. Okay. So they do not have any kind of issue with that thing. But what is the issue over there? Let's say someday the persons are working and they are start facing some issue. Okay. So what they told, they raised the incident or some kind of issue. So the person is started finding that what is the issue. They found the laptop has the issue. So next, the person is not getting that much of details just because of still they are working and loading all the CI information and everything in a Excel sheet. So they called the technician. Technician told that now they can't be able to repair this. It will take more than 4 or 5 days. Okay. So in the meantime, the senior leadership has some discussion that which device has the issue, what all account has been affected, is this is for the single device only or what is the issue. So somehow next the technician came and they fixed the issue. But what if there is the CMDB? All the things will be linked in a configuration management database or CMDB. All the details will be there. There will be relationship with first level relationship, second level relationship, depends on, runs on, used by, those all kind of relationships are there. So if they open the CMDB for a particular entity or particular CIs, so they can see what all other CIs are also depends on those parts they are get to know from the CMDB structure. So what is CMDB? CMDB is a repository which stores information of software and hardware assets or device of an organization. So the next thing is come in the picture. Then that what is CMDB after that is what is CI. Okay. So CIs are the different what I can say configuration item. Okay. Let's say there can be three different types, that is physical entity, logical entity, and conceptual entity. Your desktop, your server are coming under a physical entity. Okay. Logical means, let's say there are some VMware machine, virtual machine, or let's say database, those are coming under the logical entity. Conceptual means the business services, application services, those are falling under the conceptual entity. Okay. So let me now go to my screen. Okay. So if I'm going over here, 1 second. Okay. My PDI is visible, right? So configuration management database or CMDB is already installed in our PDI also. If you search with the configuration, oh, what is happening? Okay. Configuration. If you searching over here with the configuration, oh, it's not allow me to write or type. Okay. Again, if I'm searching over here with the configuration, so you guys can see here we have a application only, which is known as configuration. Where it is, yeah, this one, configuration. Okay. And if I'm going to my favorite, if I make it favorite, done. So if I'm going to my favorite, so you guys can see it will come over here. Let me reload this thing. Yeah, configuration. So here you can see this is the application. Okay. And now what I am saying, the base table in our service now, or the main table of the CMDB is CMDB underscore CI dot list. Okay. So here you guys can see we have list of all the CIs and this is the parent table. Okay. This is the table where all the CIs or configuration item has been stored. Okay. So, and how it is getting differentiated. This is differentiated by the classes. Different classes we have. So computer, Java server, cluster node, then your data center, these all are different classes. If I'm trying to open any of the record, so this thing you can see all the tables. Okay, CMDB underscore CI database. This is a child table of the CMDB underscore CI table. Okay, so that is the relationship. All the different class table are the child table of the CMDB underscore CI table. Okay, next thing is come is attributes. Okay, so what do you mean by the attributes in our service now CMDB? Okay, so attributes means if you open any kind of the CIs, means the configuration item, so there you can see there is the name, cluster, IP address, and lot of data are there. Okay, so here you guys can see these things. So if I'm going to open any computer, okay, let me open one computer. So here you can see name, company, serial number, asset tags, model ID, okay, operating system. Those all are the attributes which is giving the definition of your CI, okay, or description of your CI. So what I can say that attributes is the information of a CI which provides details of a CI. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. So information of CI which provides details of a CI. Under that, our name, manufacturer, location, serial number, these all details will come. Okay. Some things, some attributes are unique, like serial number, asset tag, those are unique, but the manufacturer can be same, the location can be same, the operating system can be same. Okay. So some of the attributes can be same, some of the attributes can be unique. Okay. So the next part is I am coming with the CI relationship. So how I can see the relationship? So if I'm coming over here, okay, on any of the CIs, let's say this is the CI. So here you guys can see there is a relationship it's showing this database bond trade AUS. This is in a relationship by connected by with this computer content by service. Okay, that is SAP Enterprise Service used by SAP Payroll. So there can be different relationship which we are going to be learn when we are just going to see our CI class manager. Okay. Any doubt until this? Hello.
No, no.
Okay. Now there are few common types of CI relations type. There is runs on, okay, depends on, connects to, used by. Let me show you guys in a slide. So what I am just going to be mean by this. Okay. So if I'm going to show you guys this thing, let's say this is okay. Let's say this is one application. Okay. So the application is runs on Windows operating system and the application is depends on this internet and this application is used by the employee. So these are the different relationship under this application to this different entity or different CIs. The level one relationship between this Windows and the application is it's runs on. Level one relationship between this application and internet is it's depends on. Level one relationship of the employee and the application is it's used by. Okay. So that's kind of relationship we will have. Now, if I'm kind of come with the level two relationship with the Windows and this internet, I can say the Windows is used by a application, this Windows operating system, and that application is depends on the internet. So the Windows and internet has a relationship. Level two, if I'm just saying, they are both are one is both are connected with the same application. So that is how we can say the relationship. Okay. Next, come to the picture that is called CMDB, okay, that is CMDB base table. What I told to you guys, CMDB has various table, okay, but these various tables are known as different CIs, okay. They have separated by different classes, but all of the table base table is your configuration item table. You should keep in mind this thing, okay. We also have the CSDM term, okay. What you mean by the CSDM? CSDM means Common Service Data Model in our service now is a standardized framework that organize and structure the data in configuration management database. It provides a consistent way to categorize configuration item, define their relationship, and align IT services with the business objectives. How many of you know about the ITIL? Right? ITIL is a rule book, right? Which we are following at the time of implementing the ITSM. Like the same, CSDM is a service data model, common service data model. It is a standardized framework which help us in a consistent way to categorize the configuration items, define their relationship, and align IT services with the business objective. Okay. So the next thing we are going to do, let me close it. That is, now we are going to see okay, the CMDB architecture. CMDB architecture means, let me in my file picture where it is sure. Okay. How the CMDB is working. Okay, basically. Okay. So is it clear? So you guys can see this is my CMDB CI table and data coming from various types through discovery, through service mapping, okay, through API table, okay, through then your import set, then all the data will come and it will be sent to our IRE engine that is called identification and reconciliation engine. There all the data will be getting first identified, that is it a duplicate data or it's a new CI which we need to create. If it is a duplicate data, so what is happening? Okay, if it is a duplicate data, so in that time it will update the existing data, and reconciliation means it will be going to be send this data to the which CI class that we are just recognizing with the reconciliation. Then our service now also offers few of the things: CI class manager, health dashboard, dependency view, query builder, and CMDB benchmark. So what, and the CMDB or CI update history. Those all features our service now is giving in our CMDB. So let's look into it. So first of all, I am going to show you guys what do we mean by the CI update history. So here, if I search, okay, let me just come to this CI. Okay. So if I click here and history, then if I'm click on the timeline, so here you guys can see it is showing it has been changed on 2015. Okay. Now if I'm going back and if I am just changing it, as of now I'm changing it manually, but in the main case it can be do by integration or discovery or service mapping, those things. Okay. Let me save it. Now, if again I'm going to see the timeline of this CI, so you guys can see changes field, manual change. Okay. Change field 1, version field, old value was 2.1, new value is 3, and it was doing on the 5/4/2025. Got it? So this is one feature called CI update history, which can be used for the auditing purpose. Next thing, we have CMDB dashboard. Okay. So here, if I'm coming and if I'm search with the CMDB dashboard. So we will have CMDB view, service view, and group view. If I'm going to open the CMDB view, so here you guys can see it is giving us some CMDB health score, CMDB completeness scorecard, CMDB correctness scorecard, compliance scorecard. As of now, we are on our PDI. That's why we are not getting all of the details. Here you can also get the if there is any duplicate CI, if there is any orphan CIs, if there is any stale CIs, okay, that you guys will get to see over here. Now, what is a orphan CI in our service now? Orphan CI means if any CIs we are seeing in our service now, but it doesn't entertain or it is doesn't link with any kind of it is not linking with any kind of relationship in our service now with any other CI, means it is an orphan CI. Okay, so orphan CI, you need to inform the CMDB management team that please clean out this thing or manage or check this thing, that if we can put this CI in any kind of relationship. Okay, stale CIs mean, let's say there is a server, let's say just now I have updated one server version from 2.1 to 2 to the 3, right? Let's say the in the main source, okay, in the main source, let's say the discovery is taking that details from another one third party tool, or let's say from any third party tool, any integration happen and our CMDB details is coming. So let's say in the third party tool, this server version is now 4.5, but in your service now it is showing 3. So it is showing the incorrect data, right? So you should delete this and you need to again do the integration, or you need to correct this thing. So the CIs, if it is providing the incorrect thing from the actual object source, okay, so that is known as our stale CIs, okay, or stale record. So now here you guys can see here in our service now there are a lot of schedule jobs which is running. If I'll click on this CMDB health scorecard, okay, this is the calculations. If I click on this execute now, it will go. If you have all the details or data, it will go and it will show you, okay, completeless score calculation. See, it is showing 99% just because of I have run that schedule job. Okay, here you guys can see only this 6, but in your organization there can be multiple. Okay, if I click here also execute now, if I click here also execute now, all this schedule job, if I'm clicking on the execute now, so then if I'm opening my dashboard, so I can see if it is putting some data or not. Okay, so it is checking. See, as of now it is giving, okay, duplicate CIs, CMDB underscore computer, it is showing CMDB underscore printer, there is also 26 duplicate. Then we have the stale CIs. You guys can see, right, the details. For each and every class, how many records are there, it is showing. Okay, orphan CIs, it doesn't have anything. 10 incident generator, top 10 incident generator. These CIs have the top 10 incident generator, means this CI is having most of the incidents. So we need to look into these services. Okay, top 10 changes generator. So this is how there are a lot of things we can do. Okay, this is known as our ServiceNow CMDB health dashboard or dashboard. Okay, next thing is known as ServiceNow CMDB query builder. Okay, so why we use the query builder in our ServiceNow? We are using the query builder in our ServiceNow for making complex type of reportings in our ServiceNow. Okay, let me show you guys how we can work on a query builder. Here, if I am searching with the query builder, so you guys can see under our configuration application, we have CMDB query builder. If I click on it, let me close all of this. This all things are not needed now. Any doubt until this, guys? You guys can ask to me. Hello.
No.
No.
Okay. So if I click on this query builder, it is redirecting us to this UI. Okay. One second, guys. Okay. So now here, if I want to click and create one new query builder, so I'll click on this create new. Here we'll have different two options. One is CMDB query, another one is service mapping query. As of now, we are doing with the CMDB query. Once we learn the service mapping, that time I will show how we can do this thing with the service mapping. Let's say I'm giving CI, which is no, which have no incident open for, okay, no incident open. Okay, let's click on create. So here, this is known as the canvas. Here you can get the relationship between all the CMDB classes. Otherwise, you also have non-CMDB tables. You also have some saved service queries. Okay, so as of now, I am saying CI which doesn't have no incident. If I click the CMDB CI, and here, if I'm taking this configuration item table, this is the parent table, and here I will be search with the incident. Now I need to link. This is my starting node and this is my ending node. Okay. Now I need to, in our incident form, we have the configuration item field. I will use that reference column only. So now I need to filterize, right? So what I will see, active is false. Okay. This is only the same thing I'll be use over here. And then I'll click on run. So it is giving me this all configuration item has the incident which is inactive. So here I can't see the active field. So how I can bring the different fields into it? I need to click over here, then add columns here. If I'll take the active, or let's say caller, all of these things, if I'm just take, then if I'll save this record, and then if I click on the run, so it is giving me another result. See, now we have this all the incident which is in the false state. Okay, and the caller is this. So now if I want to create a record, or I want to send this list only as a file, CSV file, to any of the manager or someone, so I need to use this create schedule. If I click on this create schedule, so daily basis this will run and it will send this report to my manager. Let's say there is the requirement is of that thing. Okay, so I am name it my query schedule. Okay, one second, guys. Hello, I'm audible.
Yes.
Okay, let's say I have named it as a my query schedule and query what I have been created. Okay, and here in the user, let me add my manager email ID. Let's say able tutor is my manager. So I have select them and I'm giving my my query. Okay, CI which have no incident. This is the subject of that email. Okay, and if I save this, so what it will do, this will run this schedule every day, what time if you want to give. If you want weekly basis, that also you can do, monthly, anything, whatever you want. If I click on this execute now, it will execute. Now if I'm searching in my emails log, okay, so here you guys can see CI which have no incident, just now it have created. Okay, here you guys can see it is in the email, we have this attachment that is like this. Okay, and this will send to your manager. Okay. So next thing, what we can do with this relationship. So if I'm going back, and if I'm open this query, see, this is the main query. Okay. Result table is this, and this is the query. So what I will do again, I'll be come back to my query builder, where it is query builder. Now, if I open it and if I'm going to create any report with this thing, I can create that. Okay, you guys can see, right? It is showing 10 incident. CI which doesn't have, here also you have 10 incident. Hello?
Your voice is totally distorted.
Yes.
Who's my voice?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now is it good?
Yes.
Yeah, it's good now.
Okay, so what I was saying, if I want to create any report also na, from my query, okay, that also I can do. Let's say let it be opened. Okay, this is my query builder. Now if I click on this create report, okay, so what it will do, it will simply just go over here, okay, and it will create the record. Okay, now if I want to change the type of the record, okay, let's say I want the single scorecard. So I can take this thing like this, and if I click on the next, it will giving me CI which doesn't have any.
Your voice is again distorted.
But how is this possible? Actually, I am
Yeah,
sure
it's like a robotic voice.
it is not from my side, I think.
I think it's Krishna voice, something.
Hello, Krishna. Hello, Krishna. Okay, so it is giving a count of 10. Okay, if I click on next, and if I run this record and if I save it, so I have a record, a report called CI which doesn't have any incident open. So now if you want to add it into any of your custom dashboard or anywhere, so you can do that. So what I will do over here, I will be searching with a dashboard. In our self-service, we will have the dashboard. If I will open this, if I'll create, let's say I have my query builder reports, okay? Here, if I want to add that one also, okay, so I can do that thing. I click over here, favorites, reports, and in these reports, I'll be added CI which doesn't have any incident. Okay, if I'll click on this add, so it will add that thing. If I want to change this layout, so I can take this way. Okay, so it is showing CI which doesn't have no incident open, CI which has incident of category hardware. So this is how we can create different reports. Okay, and we can create the schedule for sending that as a file to the manager or any person, and we can do some research and R&D advanced deep dive with the query builder. So I think until query builder, we are clear, right, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. So the next thing where I am going to show you guys, that is query builder properties. Okay. Here you guys can see we have blacklist of non-CMDB tables that appear in CMDB query builders when creating a CMDB query. Here, if you want to, let's say in our query builder, there was two things, right? CI classes and the non-CMDB table. If you put any of the table as a blacklist, okay, let's say I have given incident only. Okay, and if I save it, and if I again open the query builder, Click on the create new CMDB query. Here in the non-CMDB table, now if I'm trying to search with the incident, see incident task is coming, but incident table is not coming, right? Just because I have blacklisted that through the property. Okay, limits the number of results for the schedule query, and the result section of the query builder, you click on load all records. So if you click on the load all records once you in this page, so if you want to limit the record, okay, why it is giving us 10,000? Just because of in our organization there can be million and billion of records. It is PDI, that's why there is only small records, right? Time limit for running one batch to get one batch query result. Okay, to get one batch of query result. Let's say you are just doing let's say batch queries. Okay, 2 to 3 batch queries. So how much there will be pause, okay, for this thing that you can determine from here. Okay, time limit for running an entire query to get all result, there is 1800 seconds. So this is the different properties which you can change. So let me just remove this incident from here, and let me save this, and then let me reload my query builder. Okay, this thing, see, as of now, if I'm searching with incident, it will only give incident tags. Now again I reloading it just because of I have updated that property. Now, if I again click on this, create, now in the non-CMDB table, title query, non-CMDB table, here, if I'm searching with the incident, you guys can see now it is giving the incident also. Got it? What is the query builder property? Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Sir,
Krishna, are you getting all of this thing? He's saying, sir, your voice is not clear. It is breaking in between.
Krishna something is disturbed.
Okay. Okay. So next thing we are going to know about the CI class manager. What do you know by the CI class manager? So if I'm searching over here with the CI class manager, let me close all of this UI. So it is giving what? Welcome to CI class manager. As I shown to you guys all, that if I'm going to our CMDB underscore CI table, right? All the CIs are in the different child table. If I group by the class, so all of the child tables determines or showing a single class. All the class is showing single child table. So the name only saying CI class manager. If you want to manage, if you want to do any modification or creation of this kind of classes, so that you can need to do from this CI class manager. You should not do that thing directly from those table. Okay. So like how if I'm open this hierarchy, so it is giving you all the available CI class. Okay. So if I'm searching over here, let's say Windows cluster. It's my favorite. That's what I'm just saying. So you guys can see this table display name is Windows cluster. Table name is this. And next come to the attributes. Attributes means nothing but the column. So it is showing these many attributes it's have. Derived attributes means what all attribute it is getting from its parent classes. Next is added. If you want to add, if you add, let's say this caption has been added only for this table specifically. If you want to add anything more into this, you can do that thing. Okay, from here. So that is coming in the added, and in the all attributes, it is show all the derived and added attributes or columns. Next is identification rules. What do you mean by the identification rule? identification rule means, let's say, as I told, identification rules and reconciliation rules. Both these together, identification and reconciliation togetherly known as the IR. And this, which engine is processing this thing, that is known as IRE engine. Getting it? So the identification rule means discover, let's say discovery source or the through integration once CI has discovered. Now it will come to a service now and the data will be processed through a IRE. And their first thing is be done is the identification. It will identify that if there is any same CIS is already available in our service now. If yes, it will update that CI. If no, it will create the new record. Okay. Next thing is the reconciliation rule. Reconciliation means now it is fine. Fine. It will check in the CMDB CI table it found. Now into which child table it is going to be means in which class it is going to be fit. That we are going to be decide with our reconciliation rule. Okay. So the next thing is suggested relationship. If you want to see what all relationship this table have, so that you can see from this suggested relationship. If you click on the all relationship, it will show you what all relationship it will have. You can check as per your need. If you want to check the inbound, means from this outbound, means from this table, what all relationship other table, it is outside, you can see outbound. Inbound means from other table what this table is using, that is showing as the inbound relationship. Next thing is the health. Here you can see the completeness score, also compliance score, correctness scores, then your health inclusion rules. Okay. Here I think there is duplicate, orphan, recommended, required, and the staleness. Already I shown to you guys what is the mean by the orphan and the staleness. Next is CI list, means what all CIs are coming under this particular class. So under the Windows cluster class, we have only 1, 2, 3, 4 records. So I think you guys got the CI class manager as well, right? Hello.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the hierarchy. So Windows cluster is coming under Windows cluster parent is the cluster table, and the cluster table parent is the configuration item table, and that is the base table. Okay. So next we are going to be learn about the identification and the reconciliation rules. Allow me for 5 minutes. Okay, guys, please wait. Okay. Before starting the identification rules, we will be also learn about few more things of our CMDB. Okay. There, first of all, we are going to learn about what is known as the business processes in our CMDB. So I can say a business process is a set of related steps used to achieve a business goal. Let's say in an incident, right? Or let's say in a business, first we are dealing with something, then we build some prototype, we showing those things to the client, they build something. That is a business goal, and our main goal is deliver that product to the client. And the same things when we are just using this process manually maintained in our CI, that is known as our business process. Okay, that can identify criticality and both declared and determine. Okay, so where the business process is stored in our CMDB. So here the table name is, if I'm searching with it here, CMDB underscore CI underscore business underscore process dot list. So this is our business process table. As of now, there is no business process. So you can create, okay, as of now, let's say I have created one test business process. Test. There is no parent, so I'm not going to review frequency, means monthly this process can be reviewed, needs to be reviewed. Ownership, Okay. If you want that someone is going to be own that, let's say Able Tutor is going to own this business process, managed by any group. Okay. If you want to give any kind of group management, business impact, business critically declared 3 less critical, impact to confidentiality. Let's say I'm saying no, it is very much confidential. Impact to availability, it is highly available. Okay, this is how. Impact to integrity, I'm saying no, it is not impact to the integration. So let's say I have saved it. So this is my business processes. Okay, if I click on the load on the open the dependency view, so you guys can see, let it be open first. As of now, this thing, okay, let it be open. Okay, let it be open so I can show other things also in the meantime. So if I'm click on the review, if I click on the review means as of now, I am not giving any approval group. If I'm giving any approval group, here approvals will generate. Okay. So as of now, I am not giving any approval group. So it is published. Okay. Next review date is in the next month. Okay. From today's date only. So this is how you can create your business processes. See, this test business processes, as of now, we are not using this thing into any other thing. Okay, that's why it is a single thing. Now, let's say here I am creating another one business process. Okay, new. And here, if I am taking test 2, let's say this is the one child business process of this. So if I click on this parent, so I can take this thing, and if I save it, and if I reload this thing, so now you guys can see the changes in the picture. Once again, this is published. Okay, it is in draft. So let me send it to review. Published. Now if I'm change this dependency view, after that, details, it okay. Not for this thing. I need the dependency view of this test 2. Sorry. Test 2. Okay. So I can see add the relationship. If I click on it, and here horizontal radial force groups, did I select anything on it? Managed by group also I didn't select. But if I want to send it for any other child or something, so I can do that thing. Okay, if I save it again, as of now, there is no dependency I have selected for this thing, but this is the child of this test 2. Okay, in the life cycle stage, it is showing operational. Okay, and it is showing is in use. Now, how it is going to be expired? That is the main question. So here, let's say you have in the next review date, you are not going to be reviewed. So how it is going to show to you? Also, if I click on this thing, let's say the next review date, it's failed the review. So after that, it is always going for the expired things. You can also make this thing as a expired also. Okay. So life cycle stage, it is showing operational. If somehow any related asset or something, if you want to add over here, let's say any CMDB asset also you are going to be add, let's say one laptop or something you want to add into this test 2, that also you can do by yourself. But as of now in our PDI, there is less of data. So data is main thing which we need for showing all of these things. Okay, if I click on this refresh relationship, related asset have been refreshed with all the related items. Okay, it is showing, let's say previously you have added few of the assets, now it is removed from the from that asset. So at that time, you need to click on the refresh relationship. So it will refresh all the relationship of all the CIs and the business processes. Just keep in mind, business process is not that much of important, but you need to keep this thing in mind. Okay. Next thing, we have the product model. Like the business processes, we have the product model also in our ServiceNow CMDB. It will be give you the different version of the configuration of a product. Okay. All the ServiceNow products, which is also coming in the CMDB product table. Let's say if you search now only, so ServiceNow has 40 products available. So if we are maintaining all of those software or products in a single table, that's coming under our CMDB product table. Okay. These are the short note which I'm just going to show you guys. Next, in our service now, we also have the CMDB group. Okay. So CMDB group is a collection of CIs based on the result of saved query builders. Okay. Encoded queries or manual entries. CMDB group is not a CI. You need to keep this thing in mind. If I am searching over here, CMDB groups. Groups means it is not people groups. Okay. Let's say group of, see the PC. If I open this PC group, it is saying what? Groups of computer classes used in CI overview CMDB workspaces. Okay. CMDB group encoded queries. Okay. So what is the condition? You guys can see, right? That Windows 95, these all are the different classes. And I am saying all the, let's say Windows 10, Linux, all of this coming under the operating system and the PC. So all of these things, computers, routers, not the routers, keyboards, all the things, if I make a query builder and it will be generating some, giving me some results, right, in the query builder. All of those things I can take and I can make as a group also of that thing. That these all things will be known as the groups. But this is not known as the CIs. This is not the class. This is a group which I have created as per my requirement. Okay. Hello. Am I
Yeah.
audible?
Yeah.
Okay. Next thing we are going to know as the independent CI in our CMDB. So if I'm opening our CI class manager, click on the open hierarchy. If I click on this configuration item, if I click on the where it is suggested relationship, okay. So it is showing direction, no direction is available. So this is the base, but if I am going over here, let me show you guys. Okay, let me take the other CI rather than this configuration item accessory. Okay, under the accessory, we have the aliases. So this aliases is showing it is also doesn't have any direction, is not available. Okay. Class info, suggested relationship. Just because of there is no relationship is created. So these all are known as the orphan just because of they are not falling under any kind of relationship. But again, I am taking another one hierarchy cluster nodes. See, the cluster nodes, it's a independent CI just because of it doesn't have any inbound direction. It's always have the outbound direction. Configuration item is the parent. Under that, this CI cluster node has only outbound. So that's why it is known as a independent CI. This CI is not dependent on anything. Got it? What do we mean by the independent CI?
Yeah.
Next, we are going to do as the affected CI and impacted CI. That is also needed. What do we mean by the affected and impacted CI? Let's say let me go to that picture. Okay. Let's say in this organization, this router is affected. Okay. And as the router is affected, our server rooms is not working, the laptop is not working without the internet. So for this affected router, the server and the laptops are getting impacted. So these are known as the impacted CIs and the router is the affected CI. So you should fix the affected CI as first as it is possible. Okay. Then there is the impacted. Okay. Got my point?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now let's start with our reconciliation thing. Means identification and reconciliation things. So here, let's say in the CI class manager only, let's say I have select the A10, okay, load balancer table. Here, if I click on the identification rule, I have created one identification rule for this thing. If you want, you can edit this, okay? Otherwise, you can create any identification rule as per your need. So what I told, okay, let's say our data is coming through a data source and take all the rows of the data source and take each of the record name column, take that name field, process it into our IRE, take this table and check any record is available with the same name in this table or not. If yes, update that previous record. If no, insert that record. Okay. That is my need. So for that thing, I took only the name field. If you want to add any other field also over there, let's say I can say the serial number. Okay. This field also, if I have add over here, save. So now it will check for the two new records. Now come to the okay. Let's show me the identification rules. So my identification rules has been created. I have told identify for all the records with name and serial number field. Okay. So now for that thing, I have one Excel file. Okay. If I open my downloads, so CMDB CI, this one. So I have these many records. Let's say now, let me select. Okay, these many records I have added, and for all of these records, let me change this asset tags like this way. Okay. And if I save it, so how we are loading the Excel in our service now? For that thing, let me first open this table. Okay. This is my table. So as of now, we have this many records available. A10-1152, A10-122. So for that thing, I have created one data source. Let me close all of this UI. These all are not needed. Okay. So updated, let me take Z2A. I have created one data source, load balancer import. Here, I also have one transform map, which I have created. In the transform map, what I did, I written one on before transform script. Okay. Through this script, what we are doing, we are taking and calling this CMDB utils. Okay, this transform utils. This is a script include. There we have different functions. Identify and reconcile, identify and reconcile enhanced. Okay, this identify and reconcile from payload. So all of this function we have. So what we did, we call that thing, we passing our CMDB data source over there. Okay, the data source things we are passing with the current data source, and we are passing these three things: source, map, and log. Just because of these three parameters only, we are just using over here. So you guys can see, right? This dot data source is import set. So just like the same, I am just passing those three things only over here: source, map, and log. Okay. And once everything is run, it will go and it will process under this IRE engine. Okay. IRE things for checking that if there is anything is available or not. Okay. So you guys can see over here, build input payload source, okay, identify and reconciliation from the payload. So this all are the different function which we have created. It's out of the box created over here, set transform result. So you guys can see, all of these things. We are just fixing through this thing. Okay, we are not doing this thing with our normal police things. Okay, now what I will do in our data source, let me first manage it. I am removing this thing. I am choosing one new file, going to the download, CMDB CI, this thing. And in my transform script, I am saying, give me the message, how many CI has been opened. Okay, and I am using the try catch as well, just because of this is as per the ServiceNow best practice. Okay, so you guys can see the full script over here. Okay, so this is the main thing which you need to write. And I am making the ignore true just because of I don't want that anything needs to be inserted through the transform map directly. Okay, I want everything should go to under this script include. It will verify, it will check, it will process the data, then it will be insert or it will upgrade. Okay, and for my logging purpose, I'm using this thing. If you want to skip this, you can skip, but this 4 line you need to use. Okay, now if I am opening system logs, click on all. Load balancer table, we have this many records, and we have updated few of the asset tag, right? And now this is my data source. So what I will do, guys, over here, click on the load all records. Now it is loading. Run transform. Now I need to run the transform. 17 records totally I need to transform. Now it is transforming. If I'm coming over here in my log and if I reload it, see this 123 and those are created. 121 is updated just because of 121, and until 122 it was already there. So few of the records are updated and few are inserted. So if I reload this list, so you guys can see until 131 it has been 122, 23 to 131 it is inserted, and see these asset tags I have changed in the sheet. So that has been again updated over here. So this is the checking of the duplicate. If there is same serial number and the name combination is available, update that record. If there is no record available with the same name and the same serial number combination, then create the record. Got my point? What I'm saying?
Yes, got it.
If I set then, let's say there can be two cases. If you are giving combination, that name and serial number, so there can be, if both of the serial number and combination name is matched, then only it will be update. Let's say you give the same name but the serial number is different, so it will create. Okay, but if you only fix the name field as the identification, so it will only check for the name. So that is how the logic will work over here. Got my point?
Yeah.
All the things are here. What is created, what is updated, that all the thing you guys will get over here. Sure. Next, I'm going to show you guys that is reconciliation. Okay. Krishna, do you have any doubt?
No, it's all clear.
See, determine which discovery sources are allowed to populate attributes in which orders. Okay, if I click on over here, discovery source. Let's say I'm saying ACC visibility will have the priority of 1. And it will update only asset tag, category, and assign to and assign. This all of the field needs to be added through my this discovery things. Okay. Also, again, if let's say I have added discovery source open view, priority is 2. Let's say it is also asset, assign to asset, and category. These 4 things also I have added for this. Okay. Now I have 2 reconciliation rule, and I am getting data from both of those 2 discovery sources. Now it's come, which one will take the privilege? Anyone have the idea which one is going to take the privilege? Both of the discovery sources are sending the details for under this table, but which one will get the priority? See, the discovery, this one, ACC visibility, this priority is 1. So it will take the highest priority, and open view is second priority. Getting? So it will, if I click on the preview rule, so here also you can see for the asset field, first priority open view discovery will get. For the assigned field, ACC will get first priority. For assigned to asset tag and the category, ACC will take. But for the asset field, this open view will take the privilege just because of here in the ACC visibility, I took only asset tag assigned and assigned to an category. But here in the open view, I am taking the asset field, even though it is priority set to the 2, but there is no other priority one reconciliation rules or discovery source I have been set it where the asset field needs to be updated. That's why it is taking for the asset field only, the open view will take the priority one, but for others, all of this field, ACC visibility will take the priority. Got my point?
No.
Yes.
Can you please repeat again?
Sorry?
I didn't get.
Okay. So let's say this is the table, right? CMDB underscore CI load balancer. This table, this is the table.
Okay.
This is a table. All data will come maybe through discovery, through integration, through import set. Right?
Okay. Okay.
So now, let's say for this table only, I have set up 2 discovery sources. Okay. One is called ACC visibility. Okay. Another one is open view. Now both of the discovery sources run and both are come with new data. And it is going, and I want ACC visibility can update asset tag, assigned to and category, and open view can update asset, assigned to and category. Okay.
Okay.
So in that case, once both are run and both are coming with same field data, which is going to finally update the record. So in that case, as I selected this ACC visibility priority, this is the priority, is 1 and the open view is priority 2. So if ACC visibility come with a data for the assigned field, this ACC visibility discovery source, let's say this is saying the assigned to needs to become as the Abel tutor, and open view is telling it will come with the Abraham Lincoln. So always the assigned to will be going to be set to the Abel tutor. Just because of ACC visibility priority, I'm giving as the first. Getting?
Okay.
This okay is not sounding good. Okay.
Yes.
I think still you have some doubt, right? So let me delete it. Delete. Okay. As of now, there is no reconciliation rule I have created. Okay. Now I'm going to create. Let's say I am saying my data can be come from ACC visibility. And I am saying I am always give the priority to the ACC visibility. If ACC visibility will take some data, I don't want to see any other discovery source, what it is take. I don't want to update that thing. If ACC visibility has that, let's say you and Krishna, both are working under the same project. Okay. I am giving one work that update, sorry, you need to do the update set movement. So Krishna, you also suggest one name, and Srinivas, you are also need to suggest one name to me. But I am determining, or I am giving the definition. The priority one name will be what Krishna will suggest, that will be in the priority one. What Srinivas is going to be give me, that is known as the priority two. Let's say now the scene is Krishna came with a name and Srinivas, you also came with a name. But I told Krishna will priority one. So I will not want to see what name you suggested. Okay. I will reject your ones. I will take the Krishna's one and I will set that name. But now I am giving the priority one to the Krishna only and priority to you only. But Krishna doesn't came up with any name. Okay. But you came with a name, Srinivas. Okay.
Okay.
So in this case, I will see, okay, my priority one is Krishna, but he doesn't have any data. So now I will go for the priority two, means to the Srinivas. Okay, Srinivas suggesting me this name means I will take this name. Got it?
Okay. Got it.
This is the thing. There can be multiple discovery source, but you need to set the priority. Which one you are going to be give the priority.
Okay.
Okay. Next is create a data refresh rules. Let's say SSC visibility. I want after how many days again this, I want every 10 days this SSC visibility discovery source needs to be run. If I can save this way, so after every 10 days, this SSC discovery will run. And here I am saying SSC visibility will run after every 10 days. But what all fields it is going to be, I'm saying apply to all attributes. And I click on next save. So it will do what? It is going to be update all the attributes after every 10 days. Okay. Got my point?
Yes.
So let's say your organization is saying to you, Srinivas, I want SEC visibility priority needs to be set as 2. Okay. I select as next save, but I want to add one more reconciliation rule that data will come from Altiris. Okay. And that priority will be 1, but it will going to update only the asset and asset tag, and click on the next. Okay. So now if I click on the preview rule, see only for the asset and asset tag, these two fields, Altris will take the priority just because of he is with the first priority. Okay, Altris. And if it will come with some asset and asset tag, it will rewrite the SEC visibility data. Okay, but for other all fields, SEC visibility discovery source data will be going to be mapped. Got my point?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is all about our CMDB. Okay. Last thing I'm just going to show you guys reclassification of the CMDB CIs. And why we need it. Sometimes, let's say one CI is there, it is in the India, and I change the location of that CI to US. So now for those kind of scenario, I need to change the CI class, or I need to reclassification of the CI. Or let's say otherwise, let's say somehow any server, sometimes any computer I am using as a server, but now that's a computer I want to, sorry, let's say one employee has one computer. Previously we are using is as a normal computer, but now I am going to use that thing as a server in my organization. So how I will do that? So for that thing, let's say here, if I'm opening the computer. Okay, let me open my CMDB CI. CMDB underscore CI dot list. If I'm, let's say this is a computer, right? ANI IBM. Okay. As of now, I'm using it as a computer. The class is computer. Okay. Now, oh, any IBM computer service P100, anything. Okay. Now what I will do, let's say instead of this class computer, let me change it to, let's say, server. And I have changed it. If I am changing it, so you guys can see all of these data also has been changed. You guys can see previously it was, and the table will also change. See, as of now, it is in the CMDB underscore CI underscore computer. But if I reload it, it will be changed to CMDB underscore CI underscore server table. So the class is only going automatically got changed. If I'm going to CI update history timeline, you guys can see it is changed now. And what all field got changed? This 7. Attestation status, attested classification, firewall status, internet facing class. Previously it was computer, now it is server. Okay. So these all field doesn't have any old value in the computer table, but now it is already have the new value when I change it to the server. Okay. And the next thing is cascade relationship in our CMDB. So what do you mean by the cascade relationship? Let's say there is a server. Okay. Under that server there, and some sub servers are depends on that main server. Somehow the main server got expired, or let's say company discontinued that server. But in my CMDB, still if I'm showing the relationship, it is showing the sub servers are active. But logically what needs to do? The parent server is discontinued or inactive, means the child servers also needs to be discontinued, right? So if you are going to see this kind of things, let's say whatever is happening in the parent depends upon that thing, automatically the child needs to be getting updated. That's we known as the cascading relationship. And that is very much needed. Otherwise, your CMDB will provide the wrong data. Got my point? Hello.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Could you repeat once?
So let's say what is mean by the cascading relationship and why it's important. Let's say first take a scenario. Let's say there is a parent, okay, parent server. Under that there are 10 different child server. Now let's say in the physical or in the reality, that parent server is got discontinued. Okay, means it is not active. So logically what needs to happen? As the parent is getting inactive, means child also needs to be automatically discontinued, right? But if you check the CMDB and if you found that, okay, parent is updated as a discontinued, but the child is still showing the in the continue or active manner, but that is a wrong thing. It is coming under the still, right? So for that thing, we need to create a cascade relationship in this manner, that few of the fields, if that is updated in the parents, automatically it will be update in its all the child. Got the thing? Like the active tick. If parent is updated through the one update as inactive, means all the child will be also getting automatically inactive. Got it? Got it, Krishna?
Yeah, got it.
So that's all from my side about